before we jump into the full body of this course, I wanted to take this moment to walk you through the basics of logo design, which I'm going to call basic principles of logo design. The point here is for you to understand what you should look forward to whenever you're trying to create a logo for your business. And number one, whenever you're designing a logo, your logo wants to illustrate a point, just one point. Now, I know a lot of times in my experience, I've had to deal with clients who have asked me that they want a logo with a bird, and then the bird will be flying, the bird will be carrying so and so, and they will describe all of that. Beneath the bird, they also want something like this, arms like this. And when I'm told something like that, I'll usually consult, advise, cajole, prod the business owner or the organizational owner. I'll kind of prod them that no, your logo doesn't need to show what your business sells or what your business offers as a service. If just not even need to show the product, your logo is purely just for identification to separate you from other people. For example, Apple logo does not show computers. Canva logo does not show design. Nike logo does not show shoes, neither does it show clothes. You look at all kind of logos, you see that most of the successful logos don't actually show what the business does. A logo is purely a symbol of identification. And what you want to do is you want to boil down everything your business does visually into just one point. If you can do that, then it makes every other thing you're going to be doing super easier for you to do. So your logo needs to only illustrate a point. Your logo does not need to capture an entire story. Secondly, your logo needs to be versatile. Versatility means that your logo can stand when it's reduced to a very tiny size or when it's increased to the biggest size. So for example, in my work as a professional, for me to do a test of versatility, what I do is I take my design window, I zoom it out to about 5% or 10%. If I can't see the core element of that logo from that little window, then it means that my design is too complex. So your design needs to be versatile in the sense that when it's reduced, it needs to be able to serve the purpose. When it's enlarged, it needs to be able to serve the purpose. And also versatile in the sense that it needs to be able to serve multiple use cases. So for example, you can pick an Apple logo, you can pick a Canva logo and apply it to a book, you can apply it to literally anything. It doesn't force itself to conform to an environment where you put your logo. That's what you want to pay attention to whenever you're designing a logo. And the third thing is your logo needs to be simple. If you look at my screen here, you see that I simply put a circle. Why did I put a circle? Your logo can be as simple as a dot, can be as simple as an apostrophe, can be as simple as possible. Again, it's a point of differentiation from other people. So your logo does not need to be very complicated. The simpler it is, the more meaningful it is. And the last thing I will say here is your logo needs to simply complement your other brand elements. You need to understand that your logo is just one out of the many elements that form your brand. So when you think about your brand, you need to think about color palette, you need to think about fonts, you need to think about patterns, you need to think about background, you need to think about even the different things that are going to be showing up as part of your brand, which may include typography. And so your logo, you need to think about it in terms of it needs to complement your other brand elements. Now, if you put that at the back of your mind, it makes it easier for you to approach logo design from a point where you can tell a better story, just trying to illustrate a point, keeping it simple and making sure it is versatile. That is, if you put it on a black background, it will go. If you put it on a white background, it will also be applicable. If you put that in mind, you will see that it's easier for you to actually design great logos for your business. And I'm going to see you in the next lesson.